You're trying to make something happen. I'm telling you that the worst thing you can do is get away from the Word and faith and building your faith in what God has called you to do. You just got to stay there. One man said like this, he said, the worst place you can be is in a place that you don't have to use any faith. The worst place for a believer to be. The devil cannot defeat you ever if you have faith. You have faith. He cannot defeat you. Now understand, he can defeat you if you don't have faith. But faith is the thing that we use to defeat the enemy. We fight the good fight, come on, of faith. All right, let's look at this. Let's go back to Mark's Gospel, Mark chapter 4, verse 34. But without parable spake he not unto them, and when they were alone, he expounded all things to his disciples. And the same day, when the evening was come, he said unto them, let us pass over unto the other side. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship, and there was also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship so that it was now full. Now that great storm, I looked it up in the Amplified. The Amplified refers to that as a hurricane. What are we having down there, down in the Gulf and so forth there? All right, I'm just letting you know now, this is something that's applicable for today. This is not just something we reading as a story. And so that the ship, and the waves beat into the ship so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship asleep on a pillow, and they awake him and said to him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Lord have mercy. There was a great storm. Now there's a great calm. And he said unto them, Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? And they feared exceedingly and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Ooh, wee. There is so much in that thing right there that particular reading. You know, I saw a movie, and every now and then it comes back on television, and you know, I'm kind of selective. I look at certain things, and this particular movie interests me. It's a very clean movie. The name of it is Truman. Truman. Now, most people probably didn't look at it because it's not about, you know, boom, 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 or you know. But that movie is a pure revelation. I'm not telling you to go look at it. I'm going to tell you what it's about right now. I'm going to tell you the end of it so you won't have to go see it. Truman is the guy's name. And just like you could turn on television and they have some programs that come on, The Days of Our Lives or something like that, this program was called The Truman Show. And what they did is they took this one individual, and he was actually born on a show. In other words, the mom was expecting, and this child was born on the show.
1.7 billion were there for his birth. 220 countries tuned in for his first step. The world stood still for that stolen kiss. And as he grew, so did the technology. An entire human life recorded on an intricate network of hidden cameras and broadcast live and unedited 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to an audience around the globe. Coming to you now from Sea Haven Island, enclosed in the largest studio ever constructed, and along with the Great Wall of China, one of only 2 man-made structures visible from space. Now, in its 30th great year, it's The Truman Show!
so now they took this show, and this became the star of this show. And so now, every day, a new episode of Truman comes on. So they're showing him, he's growing on up now, and his playmates and so forth. But all of his playmates and all of that, they were actors. And everything around him was a stage. And the mastermind of this built this huge tank, a globe, that stretched several miles long. And in it, it looked like a normal world. But it was manufactured. It was all a show.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Truman didn't know this because he was born in that world. Do you see where I'm going here? See, he was born in there, so he doesn't know that every day cameras are on him. They had some 1,000 cameras, something, whatever it was, cameras all over the place, catching everything, sleep, wake, bathroom, I guess, whatever. They had cameras everywhere. Why? Because they switch to different cameras to see his action, the microphones everywhere, pick up his, so forth and so on. So they staged everything. So he's growing on up. So pretty soon he's going to work every day. And every day he'd pass by the same people. Hello, Mr. Jones. Hi, there, Truman. Hi, Mrs. Clark. How are you, Truman? Next day. Hello, Mr. Jones. How are you, Truman? Hi, Mrs. Clark. Cars going up and down the street, so forth and so on. All of it was a game. None of it was true. It was all staged. Somebody had formed Truman's world. Are you with me? So now, here's Truman. I mean, they got his playmates, and now he's married and got him a wife and so forth. And somehow a lady came in one time, his friend or something, and I'm trusting I have this right. And she kind of whispered in his ear, "This is a game. You're on TV."
Truman.
What do they want?
Listen to me. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows everything you do. They're pretending, Truman. Do you understand? Everybody's pretending.
Lauren, I don't know.
No. My name's not Lauren. It's Sylvia. My name's Sylvia.
Truman?
Yeah.
Lauren, sweetheart, not again.
Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm her father.
What?
I've never even
Come on,
seen you
sweetie.
before.
We're doing it.
Please, honey.
He's lying.
Honey, please.
Truman, please,
No,
don't listen
no.
to him.
Hey,
Everything
what's
I've
going on?
told you is the truth.
Please.
It's fake. It's all for you.
I don't
And the
understand.
sky and the
Come on,
sea,
honey.
everything. It's a set.
I don't
It's a
believe
show.
it.
Everybody's
You'll be
watching
all right.
you. Please, don't
Please,
listen to him.
Lauren.
He's gonna lie to you. Watch
What's
this
going
right
on?
now.
I really would like to know what's
Schizophrenia.
going on.
She has episodes.
Schiz- what?
We tried everything.
No.
Hypnotism,
No,
everything.
don't
Shock
listen to him,
therapy.
Truman.
Don't worry. Don't
Truman.
worry. You're not the first. You're not the first.
Truman.
She brings all her boyfriends down here.
What's he saying? Truman, he's lying. Get out of here. Come on, find me.
Don't worry. We're going
I
to
see you in
Fiji.
school.
Fiji. We're moving to Fiji.
No.
Fiji?
Now, at first he didn't pay any attention to it. But he started thinking about this. He said, now every morning at 8:16, Mr. Jones waves at me. And at 8:18, Mrs. Clark waves at me. And the same cars. Are you following what I'm saying? Now, meanwhile, the people who are running the control board have this director behind them says, camera 3, camera 4, camera 5, camera 16, camera 8, okay, and they directing everything.
Truman! Truman, no! That's off limits!
Why? What's over there?
Nothing. It's dangerous, that's all. You've got to know your limitations, Truman.
But let's remind viewers of exactly why Dad was written out in the first place.
As Truman grew up, we were forced to manufacture ways to keep him on the island.
I'd like to be an explorer, like the great Magellan.
Oh, you're too late. There's really nothing left to explore.
Finally, I came up with the concept of Kirk's drowning.
Most effective. Truman's been terrified of the water ever since. Come with us now as we go live to the lunar room on the 221st floor of the Omnicam Ecosphere. That's where we'll find the world's greatest televisionary, the designer and architect of the world within a world that is Sea Haven Island, Crystal.
Now, his life and his destiny is being controlled by some mastermind and not by God. Now, what happens? They do something interesting. At a certain age, he gets kind of curious, and he goes out in the water. Well, they had water too, just like a sea, and if you look at the sea, it looked like it's never ending, but it was ending. At a few miles, there was a wall. But it looked to him like clouds. It looked like a sea. And they could turn up the sea waves. Turn up the waves to number 6. Waves. So he goes out one time and goes in the water, and they turn up the waves because he's getting curious now. Turn up the waves, and the waves almost try to sweep him out, and he gets frightened, and they save him. And then he comes back and he says, I'm never going to go out in that water again. They build in a fear. Now, I'm telling you exactly how God has done our lives. Build in that fear and give you a bad experience so you won't dare attempt to go outside the boundary of what Satan has set for you. Oh, I'm sorry. The devil. The devil. The devil. What did I say? Okay. Well, the devil. I think you all follow me, though. Okay. But the enemy builds a fear. God is faith. Let me put that on the records. Praise the Lord. Now, I want you to track this now, because I've looked at it several times, because I just, the psychology of that. And I said, that is the way the enemy works.
I used to dream they would. I know that feeling when it's like everything's slipping away and you don't want to believe it, so you look for answers somewhere else, but